I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets wet every single time they think of you. And your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. Manifesting multiple things at once. So I had a commenter mention and ask me how to manifest multiple things at once. Well, I'm going to be frank with you. I think it's questions like this where it kind of shows where you are a little bit. Because for you to even wonder how to manifest multiple things at once almost sounds like if you're saying, is it even possible, right? Now, I could be wrong. Maybe, he's just asking for just advice on how to do it, right? And that's fine. But you can manifest an SP, a physical appearance change, financial freedom, fucking resurrecting your dead grandma from the grave. You can you can do whatever. Like the scriptures say, all these things will be added to you. As long as you follow the law correctly with whatever desire it is that you want, you can manifest whatever it is you want. Because you got to remember one thing, guys. It's not like if your manifestations have a memory card and it maxes out at 3 terabytes, right? And then you have to fucking wait until you delete some space and you're like, fuck, I guess I'll get rid of my SP this time. She does kind of snore real fucking loud in bed. No. Matter of fact, I made a video once about how I manifested fucking 5 SPs. I had the whole fucking Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. Motherfucker, you can do whatever. Remember, you're God. Okay? God is managing not just the United States, he's managing the Middle East, fucking Antarctica. He still gives a fuck about the polar bears. Okay? Don't discriminate. You can manifest whatever the fuck you want. Remember, you're God. You're not a human being. Okay? You're not the person that you see in the mirror every single morning when you're brushing your teeth and looking at your pimples. Okay? Like me, I have one right fucking there. What the hell? And I'm just going to manifest that shit erases within the next 24 hours. I'll keep you all updated. But if I could give maybe a little stress-free advice on how to manage all these things. Well, first of all, one of the easiest things to understand in a case like this is that you don't have to be affirming or visualizing all the damn time. Because let's say you're trying to manifest an ex back, right? But then on top of that, you're fucking homeless. And then on top of that, you have a court case on Wednesday and you're like, okay, I'm madly in love with my ex. I need a fucking job because I don't even have a fucking roof over my head and it's negative 30 degrees. Oh, and by the way, if I don't show up to court, I'm going to fucking spend the rest of my life in fucking jail, right? Talk about a fucking wish list of manifestations, right? Well, look, you could do a 5-second imaginal act of you talking to your friend about how you cannot believe you and Sally got back together and you and your friend are sitting at the fucking diner that you guys always eat pancakes at, right? And you hear yourself just for 5 seconds saying, I can't believe me and Sally are back together. I can't believe me and Sally are back together. Put that shit on repeat. I can't believe me and Sally are back together. And then slow-mo that shit. I can't believe me and Sally are together. And then he's spilling his maple syrup all over the fucking table. And you're like, dude, Okay? And then after that, you fucking let it go once it impresses the subconscious. And then you move on to round 2. Okay? You see yourself getting a promotion at some job, right? Or again, you could go have your friends say, dude, how in the fuck were you able to get that promotion? How in the fuck were you able to get that promotion? Maybe you're on the phone. How in the fuck were you able to get that promotion? And then slow-mo that shit. How in the fuck were you able? You know, you get the fucking point, right? And then you keep doing that until you impress the subconscious, and then boom, you let that shit go. And then, last but not least, you have a court case, and you're like, well, how the fuck am I going to get there if I'm homeless? It's negative 30 degrees. I feel like an Eskimo in Alaska, and I don't even have a fucking car. Just imagine that you got dropped off from an Uber, and they're dropping you off on the sidewalk right there at the courthouse. And you're like, bro, I fucking owe you. I cannot believe you did that for me. And maybe it was some random Uber driver who fucking just gave you a free lift because he saw you walking down the street. Bro, I cannot believe you fucking did that for me. Bro, I cannot believe. Bro, I cannot believe. You just repeat that shit over and over again. And then boom, there you go. Now, a few things might happen right here, okay? The way you end up going to the courthouse, okay, it might not actually be the exact same way that you saw in the fucking imaginal act. But the point is, if you impress your subconscious powerfully enough, you will find a ride to the courthouse. Whether it's somebody fucking drops some Maserati in your lap, or a friend who you haven't seen in fucking centuries says, Jimmy, is that you? Bro, I didn't notice you with the fucking homeless guy beard. And then next thing you know, he drops you off, he picks you up at 5, and then you guys end up becoming buddies. And then boom, what happens? He ends up giving you a fucking job where he works. Next thing you know, you end up taking his position, and then you guys start fighting it out because he was like, why the fuck did I help you? I ended up helping you make me homeless. But now you end up start fucking his wife because she divorced him, and then boom, you find somebody better than your ex. But the point is that you don't have to constantly affirm or visualize, even if there's a fucking deadline, okay? If you impress your subconscious hard enough, you will get that manifestation, right? Or something better. Because look, I'm not going to be one of those guys who's going to sit here and tell you that there's a 100% success rate. Look, the fact is, the majority of the times, especially if we're not experienced enough with believing that the impossible can happen, we are the ones who end up getting in the way of ourselves. I truly believe that the only thing that is keeping us from manifesting a fucking alien coming down right here in front of us, or, you know, driving down the Appalachian Mountains and seeing Sasquatch and getting him on tape and being the first one to be able to prove that he's real, the only reason is because we don't believe that that's going to fucking happen. And even if we were to imagine and do an imaginal act in first person perspective, and imagine us getting the $1 million fucking reward that we found Sasquatch, there's gonna be a thought that says that's fucking bullshit. There's no way that would fucking happen. And then we resonate with the thought and we're like, okay, it's not gonna fucking happen. Because there's not even a 1% of people who would probably fucking believe in themselves enough or give a fuck to actually try to manifest that, right? But if I wanted to, I could manifest that. But to be honest, I'm kind of fucking scared of Sasquatch, so I don't really want to do that. But the point is, guys, is that you can manifest one at a time. You can manifest SP, self-concept, physical appearance change, butt job, nose job, dick increase, whatever you want to do. All these things shall be added onto you. Okay? So look, I don't really know what else to fucking say in this fucking video without sounding repetitive. But I mean, coming from the guy who manifested 5 fucking SPs at a time, okay? You want to talk about a pain in the ass, metaphorically. And thank God not literally, right? Because we don't take it in the backyard. But, you know, there's nothing impossible with God. I mean, that's in the book of Matthew. What is it? Matthew 10, I think? There's nothing impossible with God. And if you haven't heard already, you're fucking God. Okay? You're God. No, that doesn't mean that you were the one who said, there shall be light, and, you know, and then Adam and Eve were born. That's not what I'm talking about. We are all sons of God. But that doesn't mean that he's God and then we're like his little peasants and we don't have power. Why do you think he cares about us so much? Because we are him. We are one. Okay? We have the same power that he used to create the universe, right? And the only reason why we probably haven't created another universe is because I don't think anybody has the capacity to actually, you know, hold that fucking belief long enough without having an interrupting thought of, oh, there's no way I could fucking say that, let there be light. Right? But you can manifest multiple things at a time. There's not a single amount of energy that you need to use, or there's not a fuel tank that, you know, has a limit for your manifestations. I mean, it's just simple, man. It's really that simple. I mean, the same way that you can be thinking about something negative is going to happen while at the same time you're excited because fucking, you know, you get paid tomorrow, but at the same time you cannot stop thinking about how the breakup fucking hurts. But then also you cannot stop thinking about the Raising Cane's chicken that you ate last night and you're like, shit, I have diarrhea blowing up my asshole. The way that you could be thinking about all those fucking things simultaneously is the same way that you can be thinking about your SP, financial freedom, physical appearance change, nose job, boob job, dick increase, all at the same time. Matter of fact, you can simply say, whatever I think of, it fucking comes to be. Whatever I think of positively, it always fucking manifests. My negative shit, I just scoot it out of the way and say, fuck you. But every single positive thing that I think of in my favor always manifests. And then you move along your day. You know, go to work, play basketball, snort cocaine, whatever you want to do. But don't make manifestation any more difficult than you need to be. Now, if I answered this question, my man, let me know. And of course, I wasn't trying to be too harsh, but I'm also a straight shooter. Don't make manifestation into this. Don't limit your God power, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? I am Neil Larthos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.